All right, team, we are at noon. So we've got a guest trainer today. This is LeAnne. She's my mom. She's been a yogi for forever. She used to take us as tiny little ones to get our energy out, and then became an instructor in her retired life. So turning it over to you, Mom, but if you'd like to pin her video up, double click her small video or the three dots.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad you made it to your mats today. We're going to work some core as well, do as little or as much as you would like, as what your body is telling you works for you. I'm going to be using some blocks in certain spots. If you don't have blocks and you want to, grab onto your bed, or in your case, Hollis the stove or whatever, that's going to help your balance, just feel free to take some time with that. It's just about finding balance, finding a little extension in the arms for the blocks. A stack of books, a jar of pickles, those work too. So pick out what you need there. Go ahead and let's come into child's pose. Your knees come wide, big toes touch, arms extend forward. And from here, we're going to start with the breath. So inhaling deeply, let your ribs press into your thighs, exhaling fully, lengthen and widen through the spine. Inhale deeply, ribs sort of expand into the thighs, and on your exhale, we're squeezing towards midline, lengthening through the spine. Inhale fully, all the way in. See if you can find some space across the back. And as you do find that space, allow it to trickle down through the rest of the body, all the way to the front side as well. If you'd like to set an intention, or if you have a devotion or then when you're ready, we're coming up to tabletop. Hands come underneath the shoulders. A little bit of cat-cow here. Inhaling as you drop the belly with the gaze. Exhaling as you round through the back. And if you'd like to take that a little bit further, on your exhale, bring your hips back to your seat, almost like you're coming into child's pose. Set those elbows down on your inhale, coming forward, opening through the heart. Or you can stay right where you are. Either way is beautiful cat-cow. Just getting a little bit of movement into the spine. One more of these. Taking your time, finding what your body is telling you and letting that information be useful. Without any particular judgment, coming back to tabletop. But extend through the right leg and then lift the heel off of the mat. Keep the right hip rolled down. Come onto your left fingertips. Good. Pull the low belly in. We're going to point that tailbone down towards that back heel. And then as you're ready, coming into bird dog. Inhale here. On your exhale, knee and elbow meet together underneath you. Inhale, extend. Exhale, connect. Inhale, extend. Exhale, connect. Keep that hip rolled down. Inhale, extend. And this time we're going to try to find the foot behind us. So left hand to the right foot. Roll the right hip down. Find a little bit of opening through the heart. Press the foot into the hand. Good. Let that go. Take your time. Other side. Left leg extends behind you and then lift the heel only to hip height. Keep the hip rolled down. Onto the fingertips of that right hand until you get your balance and find your core. And then extend through that right hand. Inhale here. Exhale, elbow and knee meet underneath you. Inhale, extend, pressing long, keeping a nice long spine. Exhale, rounding in towards the middle. Inhale, extend. Exhale, connect that elbow and knee together. Inhale, extend, and on your exhale, right hand comes back to the left foot. Back there somewhere. Good, roll the hip down, open through the heart. Pull the low belly in to protect the low back, push the foot into the hand. And when you're ready, let that go. Walk your hands forward, maybe a hand print. Curl the toes under, downward facing dog. Pedal out your down dog. Allowing your knees to wiggle just a little bit, your hips to wiggle just a little bit. Taking what you need where you need it. Breathe, 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 breathe. Maybe a little shrug in the shoulders if that feels good for you. And then on your next inhale, bring that right leg high behind you. Exhale, pull it into the chest just like we did before. This time we're going to step the right foot by the right thumb. Inhale, come on up to crescent lunge. Good. Now, pull your low belly in and lengthen your tailbone, even if that causes your back knee to bend a little bit. Still keep engaged through that leg by pressing through your left heel. Inhale here on your exhale. Goal pulse the arms, lift the heart, lift the gaze, keep pulling low belly to spine. Inhale back up to center. On your exhale, we twist. Left hand forward, right hand behind. Arms stay at shoulder height. Inhale, hands come high. Exhale, airplane arms, pressing that heart forward, length through the back of the neck. Inhale, hands come high. Exhale, hands frame that right foot. We're going to step it back, come to downward facing dog again. Pedal it out, pedal it out. On your next inhale, left leg comes high. Exhale, squeeze the knee into the chest. Bring the foot beside the left thumb there. And then inhale, squaring through the hips so that maybe that back knee bends, maybe it goes straight. Either way, we're keeping engagement there. Pull the low belly in. Inhale at the top. Exhale, goal post the arms, lift the heart, big gaze. Inhale, back up to center. Exhale, right hand forward, left hand behind, creating space across the ribs, stability in the hips. Inhale, hands come high. Exhale, airplane arms, pressing those hands back towards your back heel, heart pressing forward. Inhale, hands come high. Exhale, hands frame the foot, step it back. This time we're coming to high plank. Good, get a good firm high plank, pull the low belly in, lengthen the tailbone down towards the heels. Inhale here, hinge forward just the tiniest bit, squeeze the elbows in on your exhale, coming down to half a push-up. Inhale, flip the feet, upward facing dog, wide across those collarbones. Exhale, downward facing dog. Nicely done. We're going to add on to that sequence. Inhale, right leg comes high. Exhale, squeeze that knee into the chest. Bring the foot by the hand. Inhale all the way up, finding your crescent lunge one more time. Good, nicely done. Yeah, you guys look great. Bring your hands behind you, clasp them. Inhale, lift your heart, press your fists down your back leg. Pull the low belly in. Remember, we're working core here. So we want all of that steadiness and firmness in the core. Good. Inhale, back up. And on your exhale, keeping the hands, bring your right shoulder towards your right knee. As you're bowing forward, the variation of humble warrior. Your hands can come away from the low back, keeping them clasped and having a nice stretch across the collarbones. Keep the hands one more time. Inhale, back up. And on your exhale, we're coming into toppling tree. So if you lose your balance, you're doing it right. Pressing forward, left foot comes off the mat. It's a warrior 3 variation. You can stay here. If you'd like a little more out of it, drape your body across your right leg. Hands can come away from the low back. We're still keeping that left leg just hip height, no further. Crescent lunge, hands come high. Exhale, hands frame the foot. Step it back to high plank. Chaturanga on the exhale. That's that half push-up. Inhale, upward facing dog, wide across the collarbones. Exhale, downward facing dog. And if you want to modify your chaturanga, your push-up, come down onto your knees. It's a really good way to build strength. Catch your breath. On your next inhale, left leg comes high. Exhale, squeeze the knee into the chest, bring it forward. Inhale, come on up to your crescent lunge. Good. Get the hips nice and square, get your foundation underneath you. And then bring those hands behind you. Put the other thumb on top, the weird feeling one that you would never put on top. Good. Lift the heart, press the hands down that back leg, opening through the heart, still stabilizing through the low belly, into the legs. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Inhale, back up to center. Exhale, humble warrior. Left shoulder comes down towards that left knee, or maybe even a little past it on the inside. Let your head go, looking maybe back at your right toes. Hands come away from the low back for a stretch across the collarbones. On your next inhale, lifting and lengthening. Left leg stays forward. We're going to inhale here. Exhale, launching forward into top wing tree. I always like a name like that because it really gives you an out, right? Right hip stays rolled down and square. Maybe the body drapes across that left leg, maybe not. See what works for your body. Hands can pull away from the low back for a little stretch across the pecs. And then when you're ready, stepping it on back. Inhale, bring those hands high. Exhale, hands frame the left foot. Step it back. Chaturanga Dandasana of your choosing, maybe down on your knees. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. Feet come to hands, stepping, hopping, floating. Inhale, halfway lift. All the way up, extended mountain pose. Exhale, sit down into your imaginary chair, Utkatasana. Good. So pull the low belly in here to create some support for that low back. Nicely done. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Good. Keeping a bent left knee, we're going to bring that right knee into the chest, hug it in. Hug it in, hug it in, hug it in. Still bending through the left knee. Good. Now see if you can let your hands go and keep that knee hugged into your chest. Good. If you feel like it, hands can come to the bottom of your right foot and start to push through the heel. Chest is staying down, and you can have a bent or a straight-ish left leg. Whew. Let that go when you're ready. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Inhale, hands come high. Exhale, sit down, Utkatasana. So we're keeping bent knees here. This time, left knee comes into the chest, hug it in. Let those arms help you get that space in there. And then muscles are going to actually do the rest of the work. Hands come away. Still have a bent foundational leg. Hands underneath that left foot maybe. Bent knees work just fine, but if you'd like to start to straighten, still bringing your chest onto your thigh here. And then let that go, coming out gently, slowly, easily. Shake it all the way out. Good, good, good. Coming back to the top of your mat, inhale, hands come high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands. Coming to that half push-up chaturanga, you can step back, you can jump back. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. So I'm going to get my blocks ready. If you've got something you want to hold on to, make sure you've got it handy for yourself. Inhale, right leg comes high. Exhale, bring it between the hands, coming to low lunge. We're going to inhale up to that crescent one more time. As we exhale, launch forward into your warrior three. So you make a capital letter T from the side. Left hip rolls down. It wants to open on almost everybody. Breathe, breathe, breathe. And if you want support here, and you may coming up, this is where you can bring your hands to something to help you with your balance. Still keep a long spine here. This is our inhale. Exhale, we're pulling in that left knee and rounding through the back. Inhale, extend. Exhale, round. Pull that knee into the nose. Inhale, extend. Exhale, round through the back, knee towards the nose. Inhale, extend. And on this last one, if you feel really, really lucky, bring hands into heart center or down by the side and pull in without your prop. See how that works. And then come back to your warrior three. Good. Inhale, we're going to come all the way through, pulling that knee into the chest. Just like we had it before, right knee can be bent or straight, whichever feels better for you. Good. And then one more time, extending through the heel, maybe with the hands. Maybe right now you feel like maybe not. I can go without my hands. Inhale here. Exhale, extend all the way back. Find your crescent lunge one more time. Inhale. Exhale, hands come down to the mat. Step it back. Chaturanga, half push up, maybe down on the knees. Inhale, upward facing dog. Press the tops of your feet into the mat. Exhale, downward facing dog. Find a couple of breaths here before we go to the other side. And then when exhale, squeeze the knee into the belly. Plant your foot ahead. Inhale, hands come high. Good, finding that crescent lunge one more time. Nicely done. And then when you're ready, launching into warrior three. So we're coming forward, right hip rolls down, making that capital letter T from the side. Good, and then if you want your hands on something for balance, and I sure do, find a nice long spine here, take an inhale. On your exhale, knee comes to the nose, we're rounding through the back. Hands help us balance. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee and nose connect. Bring that nose all the way to your knee. Inhale, extend. Bring that knee all the way to your nose. Inhale, extend. And then here's the tricky one. Take it if you feel like it. Exhale, bring that knee to the nose without the props. And then come on back to your warrior three. Inhale, right leg swings all the way through. Squeeze it into the chest if you'd like. We're gonna kick through the heel, maybe with the hands, maybe staying upright. Breathing as you go, taking your time, lifting through the torso so ribs come off of the hip bones. Inhale here. Exhale, step it back, come to your crescent. Hands come high. And then hands frame the foot, step. If you don't. Breathe, 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 breathe. On your next inhale, look forward. We're going to sit down. So if you want to try and get your feet through your hands, give it a shot, right? Why the heck not? I always tell myself, today's going to be the day. It's going to happen. So it hasn't yet, but that's okay. So we're going to go into fire log. No, we're going to come into cow face pose, right? So there are two possibilities, a full cow face or a half a cow face. I'm going to move my screen so you can see what the heck I'm doing. There you go. So right leg is going to go on the bottom, and your right leg can either be bent or you can have it straight. Left leg is going to come over the top. You're going to try to bring your knees so that they stack one on top of the other. Make sure that you're getting your hip bone down on that left side. Good. And if you like, play around with the feet. A little bit wider on the feet for me makes it a little bit more intense into my hip. Good. Inhale, find some length in the spine. Exhale, hinge from the hips. Heart presses forward. Hello, outer hips. Yay, we used you today, didn't we? So this is the apology tour for all the stuff that we just did, so that your hips won't be mad at you all day. Keep breathing. Lengthen on the inhale, find some space on the exhale. Really allow yourself to sink in. Good. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, sinking in just a little bit more. Inhale, find that space. Exhale, find that depth. And then inhale, back up to center. Walk your hands back. And then can dancer. We're just gonna unwind, rewind. Left leg comes over the top. Knees are stacking as much as they can, right? Some of us, that just isn't gonna happen. That's okay. Get both your sits bones down and then see where you want your ankles to be in relation to that. Inhale, lift and lengthen, press the sits bones down, and then on your exhale, heart comes forward. One side might be really different from the other side. That happens a lot for us. It's just the product of being bilateral, being one side dominant for most of us. It's just the way we use our bodies, right? So let the breath feed you here, inhaling deeply, exhaling as completely as you can, letting the breath kind of have this little massaging action into the body. Noticing those differences from side to side, but at the same time, we don't have to make up a whole big bunch of stories about it. It just is. We're trying to get towards balance. Inhale, coming all the way up. Take your time. Hands come back. We're going to unwind those legs. Good. Windshield wipers side to side. Nicely done. We're going to come into a reverse tabletop. So hands come behind you. Feet out from your knees just a little bit. Inhale, lift your seat. On your next inhale, lift your heart. Head can come back if that feels okay on you, but you can leave chin to chest, that's just fine too. Breathing as you go. If you feel really brave here, lift one knee to the sky at a time without letting your hips sway very much at all. And when you've had enough, exhale. Bring your seat all the way down to the mat. Forward fold, knees can stay as bent as they need to. Find a good long spine. Press through your feet and then bring your belly and your chest onto your thighs. If you want a little bit more, start to scoot your heels out some. Inhale, find that length, find that space in the body. Exhale, pull the low belly in. Almost like it's pushing your tailbone back, right? It's very low belly. It's pushing that tailbone back to the back as you push your heels towards the front. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, deepen, maybe, right? That's always a maybe. Taking your time. Inhaling back up to center. Good. Go ahead and sit cross-legged. Let your eyes close if that feels comfortable for you. Hands can just rest on your knees for a moment. Find that length through the spine. Deep full inhale. Complete exhale. Notice how you feel. Notice where your mind is. Allow yourself to be present. Thank you so much for showing up to your mat today. It's been an honor and a delight to share the practice with you. Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you, Mama Llama.
You're welcome, my bunch.
Yeah. Aren't you guys glad she didn't make you do crab knee touches and we just did a tabletop? We've been doing some crazy stuff this week, Pete.
There were some similarities. Including your beautiful faces, you can totally tell you're mom and daughter.
Cheekbones.
Yeah, it's awesome. Have a great weekend. See you next week.
The weekend's almost here. Everyone have an amazing weekend, and I will see you on Monday.